Your podcast works best when it's not alone, when it doesn't have to stand all by itself.
This is The Briefcase from Sutherland, Weston Marketing Communications. Quick conversations from everyday observations, delivering practical marketing ideas you can carry with you.
I'm Elizabeth Sutherland, President and CEO of Sutherland Weston.
Can we talk a bit more about podcasts?
Sure.
Someone might have a boatload of listeners.
Mm-hmm.
I bet they wish that those listeners were all customers.
Sure. You want your podcast to be making you money, so you need to take that further step, because once you have listeners, how you convert them into customers is really important. And I have 3 tips if you want to hear them.
I had a feeling you did. What is tip number 1 to turn your listeners into customers?
So tip number 1 is to give them a reason to act now. So every episode should have a purpose behind being interesting. That doesn't mean that it has to be a hard sell. It just means that you have to give listeners something to do. A free download, a checklist, a short quiz, or even just a behind-the-scenes bonus for subscribers. If you make it clear and easy, it will feel exclusive.
So it doesn't have to be a hard call to action. Reach out now because operators are standing by. It's a limited time offer. It could be simply something more engaging than just talking to them.
Yes, Rick, exactly. You want them to actually do something. And in finding a way to get them to engage with your website or your social media is a perfect way to do that.
In many of the podcasts we have the privilege of producing, we see that those with special guests are among the most listened to. They get a spike.
Guests are more than just great conversations, right? They're built-in marketing partners. If you want your show to pay off, you can help your guests promote the episode that they're on by giving them a short clip themselves, give them graphics, give a pre-written post that they can share on their own social media channels. All of a sudden, their networks become your reach, and their credibility boosts your credibility, and their followers might just become your next leads.
I think part of that might be making it as easy as possible for the guest to repost, reshare.
Absolutely. One of the things that we do here at Sutherland Weston is we create that sort of rinse and repeat, easy for guests to use social media approach so that they can take advantage of being on your podcast.
I want to go back to something you said in a previous cast that we did about podcasts, and that is you could find additional content or repurpose content in your podcast, making your podcast more than just a podcast.
Yeah, right? Because your podcast works best when it's not alone, when it doesn't have to stand all by itself. So tie it to your media list, or your email list rather, your social channels, your website. Make sure it's findable on your website so people don't just listen, they connect. And drop in a sign-up link on your show notes, or reference your latest episode in your newsletter. Use clips in paid ads. There's lots of ways that your channels can take advantage of each other. When all of your channels are talking to each other, your podcast becomes part of a bigger system that attracts, nurtures, and can convert your listeners into customers.
You have been listening to The Briefcase from Sutherland Weston Marketing Communications. Got a question for the Sutherland Weston team? Email us at sutherlandweston.com.